I'm Taylor. I entered the foster care system at age 3 with my 2 biological sisters. We were adopted by a family when I was 5, but the placement didn't work out, and within 4 years, I was returned to the foster care system alone. But in those 4 years of the failed adoption, I was in 4 group homes, 2 of which were lockdown facilities. During my time in foster care, I was placed in 47 foster homes altogether. At age 11, I was sent to another potential adoptive family in Washington State. However, that placement fell apart too, and within 9 months, I was on a plane back to Florida. When I arrived back, all I had with me was a small backpack, 2 pairs of gym shorts, and some worn-out sneakers that were a size too small for me. That first night back, I spent the night in an agency office waiting for whatever would happen next. This was the point that I decided to take charge of my story and asked to be adopted by my former caseworker, Connie Going. At age 12, I was adopted by Connie and officially became a part of her family.
I'm like, yeah, this is where I belong. She knows my worst side, and she still cares about me and still loves me.
Adoption gives you an avenue to be the person that you would never be able to be in the foster care system. And also, adoption allows me to open up and be myself and explore new things that I wouldn't have gotten to do, such as ROTC, baseball, trying out football and soccer, and things that I would just normally wouldn't have been able to do in the foster care system. I met Davion in a group home when I was 9 years old, and I walked into my mom's office one day and I saw a picture of Davion on her desk, and I told her that that was my friend and that we had to get together and go see him, and she made it happen, and we started to have visitations with him and hanging out with him and stuff like that.
Hey, I'm Davion. I was born into foster care, and for the first 7 years of my life, I grew up in a single foster home. However, that home was shut down when I was 7, and from then on, I was moved through different foster and group homes. I spent most of my teenage years in group homes, living with dozens of other kids. Altogether, I ended up in 5 group homes and over 35 foster homes while I was in care. At age 15, I decided I wanted to take charge of my own life and story in the hopes of finding a forever family.
My name is Davion Henry, and I'm 15 years old, currently living in a group home because I'm an orphan.
Davion Only says he's never giving up on his dream. He wants the love of a family. So one Sunday, this 15-year-old foster child got dressed up, took the mic at this Florida church where he stunned everyone with a simple request: adopt me.
I just said, I know God hasn't given up, and I'm not either. I just want people to love me for who I am.
Definitely America strong.
Who spent his entire life in foster care, made headlines last week for standing up in a Florida church asking for anyone, to adopt him. Now that plea has ignited an unprecedented worldwide movement that's spreading so quickly, it's being called the Davion effect. What would it mean to you to have a family of your own?
It will make me feel really good, and I think I'll be more successful and have more opportunities if I had a family, and I hope so. I hope that I do have one.
For you, the perfect family, what would you like?
Anybody who will love me.
At 16 years old, I was still waiting for a family and considering aging out of foster care. It was then I decided to ask Connie Going, who had been a support for me while I was in foster care, to adopt me. A year later, I was adopted into Connie's family at age 17. I found my forever family.
You're a very special person in this world. Thank you for letting me be your mom. I'm just honored.
This week, his old caseworker, Connie Going, said yes and adopted him.
I want every child to know that there's somebody who doesn't give up on them.
Davion now has 2 new sisters and a brother as well.
What does it mean to you to finally have a family?
I don't think when you find a family and it's real, I don't think you can put it to words. You know, I've been in foster care my whole life, and this is a blessing that I'm able to be in a family, in her family. I feel like I'm a lot more safer because, you know, I have my home now, and I don't have to really watch my back around here.
What has changed about me since I was adopted is my anger that I used to have when I was little and through foster care hasn't gone completely away, but it's more under control. I would say I have a lot more freedom. I feel like an actual kid. I feel normal. I got out of foster care later than what I wanted, but I still feel I can still live out my teenage years or get some of the years that I missed as a teenager back.
Family to me is people that are always there for you no matter what you become or who you are. They just accept you for whatever.
Family is people who you feel that you can trust no matter what, and who's always going to be there for you no matter what happens, and will always support you and have your best interests at mind always. That's what your family is to me. And some people have their different definitions of it, but no matter what happens, your family will always love you.
We're a family, so our journey is really just beginning. We all love each other, and I wouldn't give my family up for anyone.